What is going on, everyone? I hope you all have had a wonderful day yesterday and into last night, getting rest, getting ready for today, which is a wonderful day outside. so, I'll wait till a few people come in if they want to. They post this out. Let's see here. All right. Let's see here. What is going on? What is up, brother? Mercy. Don't you just love allergy season? I love allergies. Not really. I hate them. All right. So a few things are going to come and play. Hang on. Let me put a banner up on this thing. I just totally screwed up the banner. Hang on 1 second. I'll just edit this one. Voila, where is that? Oh, there it is. Well, I thought it would. No, that ain't what I wanted. Aha, that's why I didn't save it. Be just a second, y'all. I'm gonna save, and we're going to show. Boom, there it is. Now, go back to the chat. Yeah, I know. I don't understand why it's. Seems like allergies are getting worse and worse as we get older for some reason. That's a card. Here, there we go. Okay. Well, first of all, I don't know if you all noticed, but I know Chris, you're not on Twitter anymore, but yesterday I finally graduated from college. Got my bachelor's in applied sciences. But it wasn't just for me. It's for you all. It's for my family. It's for everybody that basically you know this wasn't for me at all. It was mainly just for um my family and you all close friends like this. So that's that. Um, with the title of this, thank you. But with the title with this live stream, there's going to be some changes coming. And I mean, I hate to say it, but they're going to have to come. Um, Last night when we got in from eating about with Dad, we took him out to a Italian restaurant in the mall. But we celebrated a little bit, just us three. And we watched a documentary when we came back in on TV. I don't know if you're familiar with it, but it's called The Black Whale Ghost. Supposedly a woman in the 1800s chopped up kids, threw in her well that's in a basement outside of Pennsylvania. Somewhere in Pennsylvania, I don't know where. They didn't say exactly the information, which I can care less because I probably never travel up there anyways. However, at the beginning of the documentary, I noticed that they were talking about a hotel, which you've probably seen the the videos, the CCTV, the video that a hotel maintenance worker walked up to the room and was monitoring back to, I guess, the security team. I don't know who. But they walked into a room. That was, all you heard was screaming on the outside. They get into the room, and the room's just totally, completely destroyed, and there's no one there. But as soon as they walk in, a white apparition goes slowly out the door. Just depends the ghost. I'm just gonna say, here's the door that I'm talking about. It just goes out the door, and it goes down the hall, and then disappears out of the camera view. The gentleman that did the documentary reached out to the person that walked into that room, saying that, oh, it's fake. I want you to tell me the truth. Is this fake or real? Long story short, at the end of the documentary, he never really believed in ghosts or any paranormal activity. He was always enthused about it, but he never believed in it. What is up, Mr. G? Welcome to our live stream. Well, my live stream, basically. She's laying down, which I don't blame her, Let her rest as long as she wants. But he never believed in it. He was always interested topic. He always had that interesting thoughts, but he never believed in it. So he did the house I was talking about in Pennsylvania. He did I don't know if it's considered investigation. He set cameras up all in the house. The first night, supposedly he didn't get anything. The second night, he woke up to the fire alarms going off in it. And no one in the house. The downstairs kitchen, the oven and cooktop was completely on, which was causing all the smoke. And the basement door was open. And then he could have swore he closed it, blah, blah, blah. And the next night, the power went completely out in the house alone. So I don't know if it's make the story shorter. With all the critics and the drama, we're going to back off a little bit from the paranormal side of our videos. Because watching that documentary last night and reading the you can read reviews on it while you select the video that you want to watch. And all the critics on there, which they're critics. They're just like us. They're people come to our live streams or our channels and top in on the comment sections like, oh shit, this stuff's fake. Come on, give me a break. You're just following in other people's footsteps. You're just trying to be on Travel Channel for ghost adventures or whatever they want to call it. So they're going to be that way all the time. However, I do not want that kind of negativity on this channel. We've worked our hind ends off to get where we were, to get what we have. Granted, we're not monetized. We travel. We use our own money to travel. Don't ask for donations. Very little asking for donations. The only donation time that I really asked for any type of donations was to get a headstone for my mom. Well, a little help for that. But that's the only time, really. I mean, yeah, I support. My brain just went for. Yeah, we've got all social media. We've got the TikTok, we got the Twitter, we've got the Instagram, which Chris, I looked at those videos. Those are awesome that you sent me. Thank you, by the way. The cemetery does look peaceful. I gotta tell you that. But then again, not seeing it for personal, you know, it looks peaceful in a video wise. But then again, it could be like any other video, like any other cemetery that's out there. Um, could be creepy at one point, and then all of a sudden not creepy. But just from the documentary last night, we're gonna back off from it a little bit. We're gonna try to stick to our main goal is to grow our channel without screwing it up, basically. And if we follow into the category of investigators, then I'm afraid that the channel will get hit hard with the critics and all the haters and all the drama. Um, like I said, they're going to be everywhere. It's not just on YouTube. It's on that documentary you watched last night. But I just don't want, I really don't want to go down that kind of a road and get hit like that. Because, for one, we're great people. Chris, you know that. There's a lot of people out there that think, oh, yeah, they're great people, But, however, ah, yeah, she does a lot of good intentions for everybody, and true. Well, that's the reason why we're just gonna back off. But the heck with the critics, I'm not gonna just let them walk all over us. By the way, we're picking up our cards from the last live stream. Um, I just now had a chance to do that because of school stuff. I had to bust my hind end this past week to get things all squared away that I could get. Um, you're right. Too many media apps, and too many. Speaking of apps, there's too many ghost apps out there that people claim that they're legitimate. The only thing that's close to the main legitimacy of ghost hunting, which Chris, you know this one, it's that necrophonic. But, however, it to me it's still a little far fetched compared to our natural abilities, like our hearing it ourselves and things like that. And my best advice, if you really want to get into um, ghost hunting or investigations, just go with your natural instinct. Go with your main ability. Don't go with these apps. Necrophonic, I'll tell you that much. We have it. I have it on my phone. Um, Luckily, I had it with the iCloud, where I had iPhone before, and just transferred it from there to there. But if I didn't, it'd been $10. It'd been like $11 with tax. And they've got another app out there that everyone's ranting and raving over. It's the Miracle Box by Steve Huff or something like that. I'm not really for sure how legitimate that is. It's $3.99 or $2.99. Time you add taxes, you're probably looking about. Ah, sorry, my hair's all haywire this morning. I don't know why it is. But yeah, the best ability is got this little feature right here. I can find it. I put everything in my little I put everything in categories, so it makes it easier for me to find. Then sometimes it's not easy for me to find. Um, Well, now I came at it. But, well, last night's text messages. Exactly. We got to be careful. Um, and I mean, it's like I was telling Chris when before you came in there, Jay. Um, we've worked our hind ends off to get where we're at today. Granted, we're not the biggest channel. Granted, we're not even monetized. As I was stating, that everything comes out of my pocket when we travel to these places. Um, very little asking for donations. We don't, to be honest, we have not had any except for one shirt merch sale that was um, when I created it for mom, for her. Um, that was in the memory of her. And yesterday or Thursday, whichever day this past week, I just got our first domain for our merch sales on Teespring. True. And documentary, it's that is very true. Documentary could be far fetched. What's behind the camera, we do not know. Um, it's like the documentary last night. The people put a ball on a coffee table in the living room. And on the third night, he went downstairs to flip the breaker because the power supposedly went out at the house. But the neighbors' houses had power. He goes on downstairs, flipped the switch, all the power comes back on, and he turns around, and the ball is sitting on top of that old well. Now, how do we know he didn't put it there behind the camera? Or how do we know that? Supposedly it was just him and his wife in that video, supposedly. But how do we know he didn't put it there and then edit the part out where to make it look creepy? So I don't know. See, that's the reason why I want to have different cameras, different angles, and if I got into the actual paranormal, I would love to have someone film us instead of us filming them or filming the areas. It's like the tunnel here. I mean, we've been there so many times. It's You can Google it right now, and it'll bring up reviews. And yes, I wrote a review on there. I wrote a legitimate review on the tunnel. I've had a couple of people reach out to me through email, um, wanting to meet up down there because of my review. Because we've been down there so many times, it's for us. We're not creeped out by it. Yes, it can be a creepy little tunnel because of all the locals. Because people don't pay attention. And it's just like any other road in America. They do not pay attention on the roads. If someone's in a tunnel, they're not going to flash their lights or honk their horn. It's like we drove through there the other night to check and see how flooded it is because of someone, like I said, they reached out to see if we would meet up with them. So, and they said they had a vehicle, a small car. So we took the truck through there and it wasn't flooded. It's rutted out pretty well, but it's not flooded. And I reached back out to him. I said, look, you can get your car through there. But if it does do any more rain, you will probably have to walk through the tunnel. So, other than that, it's pretty much a landmark. But you got to be careful there because there's so many Idiots. True. I don't know what they said. They just said they had a small car. Which you've seen our truck. So I've got a Silverado 1500. It's not lifted or anything. It's got the factory height, but it, I mean it's got the automatic four-wheel drive in it, so I can pretty much go anywhere I want to with it. If you're not familiar with Holston Mountain up there next to the radio towers, ooh, that smells good. Brain, my brain, you know how it goes. He gets sidetracked easily. But no, where the radio towers is on Holston Mountain, outside of Elizabeth and next to the North Carolina state line. I want to take the truck up there. I took it. If you look at Colwood, the intro going up the that little gravel dirt road, that's where the launch site is. We didn't go all the way up in there, but that's what that road looks like. So I can take this thing anywhere. Um, Granted, I can, it's fine. But yeah, you just gotta be careful down there because of the local people, and um, you never know what's gonna roll up on top of you down there. Um, all because of the tunnel is notorious for drug activity. Um, a few years back, there was a person that tried to get abducted down there by three guys in the county. So right there tells you that, and it was all drug related. Um, and then about a month and a half ago, there was a drug bust down there. The people had bootloads of drugs on them. Anything you could think of, meth, marijuana. So it's notorious for drug activity. So you just got to be extremely careful down there at that tunnel. That's one reason why we don't really go, because I don't feel like what's the easiest way not to get banned right here. I don't feel like taking actions in my own hand, basically. If you know what I mean, because we never travel without protection. I've got protection, and it's always with me when we travel. And by the way, Chris, we were in your neck of the woods last weekend. Not exactly your neck of the woods, but we went through Asheville to to South Carolina. We took Dad down to Greenville to see the Shoeless Joe Jackson Museum and his graveside. Exactly. Too many. Well, there's plenty of hands and eyes down there, but um, the neighbors. One of the neighbors is really super cool. I've met him. He said we can come down there anytime we want to, because he owns property on the opposite side of the tunnel. Um, so we can come. We can go down there anytime we wanted to. You just gotta worry about the tweakers, you know. Oh, the good old tweakers. I feel like I'm, a bump or something right there. That will. It's probably just where it's growing back. Ah, see, we may take a trip just to get out of town. We did have a plan. We did have a trip to go to the RCR museum to film there. I don't know if we could film, but definitely want to see it. We've been by DEI. we would love to go in there, but they've blocked it completely off now. The only thing it's there is pretty much a showroom of nothing. It might be. It might be the Daytona car, the only Daytona car, which is it's strange. His son Junior, he accomplished two Daytonas, and he and his dad only accomplished the one. But his dad had seven championships, and Junior didn't have any. So uh, it's just strange in how wishy washy that was. What about Chase? What do you think about Chase winning last year's championship? I mean, to be the only father son team, well, only father son, the only father son championship team, basically. That's pretty cool, really. I mean, that really is pretty cool. I was always being a Bill Elliott fan. Anyways, I met him a couple times. Um, back when he was with Lord have mercy, what was that team called when he was driving for the '94 team? That's the time that I've met him. Um, I can't remember that team's name. Anyways, I've met him a couple times. I got a couple of autographed cars, posters of him. Um, Chase, just yeah, the McDonald's car. I've got the McDonald's midnight blue car, the limited edition that he drove up here at Bristol that year. I have that car, and he signed it. Well, it's the box that it's in. Everything I've still got. I still got it. It's downstairs, tucked away in my collection stuff. Um, but yeah, the McDonald's '94 with the original McDonald colors, the yellow and the red, and then the new Tauruses that came out, and then that midnight blue car. That was a pretty car. I mean, that was a nice car. I just NASCAR to me is not the same. The older drivers are retired. Some of the good drivers are retired. Um, True. I'm still. Labonte was a heck of a person. I was actually at that race, that night race that or no, we were watching it on watching on TV. The Labonte Earnhardt incident at Bristol, and then the Rusty Wallace Earnhardt incident, and then when Gordon wrecked him, that was the. I mean, I was never really a fan of Earnhardt on the track, but off the track, I loved his mentality. Um, I loved his attitude. He was just a down to earth person, just a great person to be around at all time. But on the racetrack, he was nothing but a hard ass. Which back in that area, you had to be. But and then after he died, it just seems like everything they come up with all the stupidest rules. Like now the stages, just let them win. Who cares? Just let them race and go back to the olden days. Just let it race. Whoever had the most points at the end of the year, at the end of the season, won the championship. Who gives a shit about points? That's just my opinion. And Bristol, now, speaking of Bristol, they've gotten worse. As you can tell, you can go almost 3 and 4 wide on that track. Back in Rusty Wallace's, Earnhardt, yeah, true. And did you know, I watched a documentary on that too. Did you know his last words? to an interview. He did an interview right before the race started. I remember seeing. Well, I was young, not real young, but I was in high school young when he died. But the interview he gave, he at the end of the interview, he was walking out and he said, "You're going to see something you've never seen before," or something like that. Something how that was worded, and that is true. That is very true. It's just creepy, you know. And then Earnhardt Jr. wrecked there. He ran at the same spot as Dad did. It's just I don't know. Something about I don't know. It's just something about the Earnhardts was, and you know Teresa, she run that company down the drain. Exactly. I remember that the first time he was. I mean, he was booed by, like I said, uh, I wasn't really fond of his racing style, but I was always a fan of him as a person, his personality and stuff, but not his racing style. And that's what that's what dug his grave. Basically, it was his racing style. I mean, I hate to say it that way. He wouldn't want to. He forced. Now get this. He forced his son Junior to wear that new device to protect his head and neck and all that jazz. And Junior agreed to it, but he never. But he said to Junior, "I'm not going to wear that shit." Basically, and look what happened. Unfortunately, he's. I don't know if he'd be still racing today. I don't know if he would. um, I'd say he'd probably him and Junior. Yep, it's just Rubbins racing. I just wanted to rattle their cage. That's what his words was. I just wanted to rattle his cage. I didn't mean to hit him and turn him. I just wanted to rattle his cage a little bit, to scare him and get him off. To get him to go. He said that many a times in at the Bristol race. Rubbins racing. Just wanted to rattle their cage. But it's just strange as how it all happened. And like I said, I don't know if he'll be racing today. If he was, that or him and Junior would combine teams and pretty much be the all elite NASCAR. Now that'd be a heck of a team. Um, Name right there, Ollie. True. Pushing bumpers, and they're so. And I don't get it. The car's supposed to be all sheet metal, but daggone, uh, you can do 20, 25 mile per hour and barely brush against the wall, and they'll put a dent in whatever you smack it. Or when you spin around, you're only doing about 30 when you get spun, because you bog it down enough to slow it down. So how in the world does it put that big of a dent, and I can back into a pole with my truck and it don't do shit? you know, because I accidentally did that. Okay, take your time. Oh, oh. What are you? Are you a highlighter? Yeah, you smell. So, true. It's when we went to Dun Bristol, the lights. I think I hit about 60 and going around 4 into the straightaway. And it was, well, it's concrete. You're going to do, 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 do. But it was, it was a wild experience. I mean, it really was. Can only imagine what those cars go through. Ow, 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 my back. Mm. Phew. Pop back. Oh. Oh, that's cool. Ah, thank you. uh, thank you. I'll have to take a photo of what I've got downstairs, Chris, and send you a few of them. Thank you, Mystic. This ain't just for me though; it's for everyone. It's I'm not really gonna. I mean, it's a bachelor of science in business, music business actually, but I just something that I needed to accomplish in my life. Um, I mean, it's just strange that in the midst of everything, I'm going through school since last year, since August. I had to take off 3 or 4 months last year to, just be with the family and everything. But I busted my butt to get to where it is. Um, Granted, the GPA wasn't the best in the world, um, but what really matters is the graduation itself. True, and see, it took me this long. I mean, I'm 34, but I had to take so much time off right after high school to. I went 2 years of community college. I had to write directly right out of high school, um, and then I waited till 2015 ish, somewhere in there, uh, to actually go back, and then I finished. Um, I didn't get to finish that school because it shut down. It was just my luck, basically. And then I got this into this one in 17, and I stuck with it and busted and busted. And it wasn't just me. My wife, she helped me a lot too. Um, Especially when there was multiple deadlines. Because I'll give you an example of school. You do one thing that's due like on a Wednesday. We're doing pretty good. How are you, stranger? Uh, but like you'll have to do one item that's due on a Wednesday. The next item will due on a Thursday, and then the rest of the items will be Sunday. So I mean, I've had a lot of with work and everything. I work Monday through Friday, sometimes for Monday through Thursday, and then so during the week I work the days, and then just at night I'd come home and hustle and try to get things done as much as possible. And if I couldn't get it done on a certain deadline, she would help me out a lot um, by doing a lot of things like that too. And Chris, I just saw your message about the team was right about how far. Oh, about 3 miles away. Yeah, I just saw that. I'm sorry. But that's a there's a lot of places in North Carolina we definitely need to see. Um, on the historical side, not the paranormal. I mean, there's a few paranormal spots. Um, it's great to hear, stranger. It really is. Um, I'm done with school. um, Now I can focus on more videos, more live streams. Uh, Hopefully, we can start focusing a little bit more on stuff like that. Um, since you're just now coming in, I'm going to brief you on the title. Um, we watched a documentary last night after we got in about someone not believing in ghosts or believing in the paranormal world in general, and we don't know if it's staged or not. But to me, I believe it was staged because it's a documentary on, it's on TV. Think about this. um, and you can tell it's been edited. I mean, but he didn't believe in it. He spent the night in a supposed haunted house while the owner was out of town. Gave him permission, by the way. It's not trespassing. Gave him all the information for the alarm system. Uh, but he spent 3 nights there. The first night he didn't get anything. Um, Pretty much just didn't believe in it. The second night, a few things happened. Woke up to smoke in the house, no one in the house. The third and final night, he woke up with no power while the neighborhood had power. He went downstairs. Supposedly, the ball that he left on the coffee table upstairs was downstairs in the basement. So, to me, I don't know if that's staged. I say it would be because you could tell it was edited. Because 1 minute he has a camera in his hand, like, ooh, camera. And all of a sudden he's asleep. I mean, you could see where it cuts off, or where he cut it off to a certain point. And then in the house, he woke up, went downstairs, and to me, it's all staged. Anything that can do that kind of editing is that kind of staged. But that's just my own personal opinion. You know, that is true. We need to do more lives. Trying to get our watch hours up. I checked it this morning when I got up, and it's like 24, a little over 2,400 more to go. So we're trying to get our watch hours up that we can be monetized. Um, it's difficult. It really is. There's millions of channels out there that are already monetized. Yeah. Now there is a one way you can do it, but then again, your computer system won't allow it to do it. Is to log completely out of your own, YouTube settings basically, and go in there to your playlist and just hit continuous play or the what's that? Not the shuffle, but the other one, the repeat. The one that repeats it all the time. But then again, like I said, your computer browser will pick up on that, and you would only get maybe like a couple extra views or on it. But I'm not going to attempt that. We're better than that, basically. Um, yeah, I'll watch it and review. Like if we do an investigation, I go back and I'll watch it just to see what we caught on the camera. Um, that I can pinpoint exactly, what we saw. True, I'm not going to. Uh, but other than that, I mean, I check the stats every day just to check it. What is up, Ruth? But I check the stats every day, and it just seems like slow here and there. It's going to be a long process, but I say if we continue to do more lives, we'll get there eventually. Um, like this one's already at 45 and a half minutes. If I do, if my brain works as well as I think it does, I could probably gain if someone comes in straight right into when it goes live and stays the whole time. What's on my screen? What is on my screen? Oh, I'm good. Just chilling and hanging out. That is true. Um, that is extremely true. But you know, there's more. There's more to life than just YouTube. I admit that part. Especially, especially when it comes to the drama and stuff outside of YouTube. Too much of that. I do not want that. uh, how are you, Ruth? Missed. Oops, I broke that. I didn't do it on purpose. I could probably tape that back. Okay, cool, like a little switchblade. uh, you missed Mr. J. He was in here earlier. uh, but yeah, it's just you know we mainly want to stick to the historical side. True, it's not worth the hassle. We really want to stick to the historical side of things. It seems like we do pretty good with that. And the paranormal side, if we stay away from the paranormal, we do it every now and then, mix it up, then we probably won't get hit with the critics and drama as much as, historically wise. Because if you stick to historical, no one can criticize you on, oh, that ain't real. Well, when you Google it, it will be real. What is up, country boy? Welcome to the live stream, whatever this thing is called. Oh. Doing pretty good. How are you? True. And like I said, if you can get one person that comes in and stays the whole time, once you go live, it automatically kicks in. And I know some people don't get their notifications until probably 30 seconds after the actual live goes out. Um, but there's got to be a way to do this to, and I mean, I watched some live streams that people instantly go live and they automatically get like 10, 15 people. And I don't know how they do that. I don't know if it's considered a notification issue or they schedule it and then already have the people in the chats already waiting for them. And then when you go live, it automatically just boom, they're there. I do not know how that works. True. There's always a loophole in every system, not just YouTube. Just getting things done. We're um, pretty much just trying to get everything squared away that we can start doing more videos and stuff. It's been a difficult couple of weeks because of trying to get things done through school and um, true. Now, I don't know if you're familiar, but the one that I did, well, that we did in Packville, the Half of the McCoys, with Mr. Warren giving us the all that information, basically. Now that I looked at it last night, now that has went skyrocketed, and it's only been out for 2 months, so that really skyrocketed compared to some of the others. And some of the others, they could have, to me, they could have done better. But other than, hmm, thank you. I don't know if you're all familiar with strawberries and cream lifesavers, but I want you to read that. This is what we were talking about. I don't know if you can read it or not. uh, I think you can. I'm not really for sure. Hang on one second. Let me get to my lab. Okay. I added you as a moderator. You can go ahead and post the channel if you want to. Well, you can try to. Say hello. See? I'm watching you all right here. Kind of creepy in it. Oh, okay. Yeah, I think I know who that is. Crap, I just lost it again. Yeah, yeah, I've watched him a couple of times. I watched him on how to do tags and how to get what's it called? Um, better titles and descriptions and stuff. True. There's also another guy that does on there. It's got long hair. Oh, I thought I heard something. That was Dad talking. But yeah, he's a great person. I mean, he's got a lot of views and stuff. Great advice. Phew. Oh. Hmm. Yeah, if you want to, you all can post your channels on here, and if you want to, you can post your channels on here. I'll throw them up on here on the screen, sort of like this, like that. And we only got 6 people watching, but it's A six is better than none. And you know, we progress, we don't really, we haven't really, what's the word? We haven't really been discouraged. I mean, yeah, we do get discouraged, but um, other than actual not having anyone come in, we've always had someone come into our live streams. Um, it's we're always grateful for everybody. It's not just whoever watches us. We're always that grateful. We may do another live stream tonight. We might. And then tomorrow we got a few plans. Well, post your, hey Chris, post your channel out on here, anyways. Like I said, we got 5 people in here now. We'll get someone out there. True. Stranger Times, where are you at? Because that's probably what we're going to focus on more is the historical side of the things on videos. Ah, well, crud. Well, that sucks, are you, stranger? That really does. And Country Boy, we're still trying to make our way there. I keep saying that every time. Um, just something that clicks in my brain that just something something about that area that you're in is it's not effectively. It's not like really creepy wise. It just seems like there's a fine line, you know, um, that we just really don't need to cross on that. But I mean, we'll definitely need to come down there. Um, hmm. See, Chris, I do not know how to show you without actually physically showing you. Um, hmm. Hmm. That's on our bucket list. We made a list on last week. We made a list on things like that. There you go. I'll put it up there. Uh, that's one of the places we definitely want to see, Chris. Let me look at this and see how far or how off we are. I can't even spell. Marion. Leave me alone. Let's see. Directions. Okay. I'm on the map now. You know, Chris, we're not that far off between it. Um, let's see here. Let me get back to. Whoa, where did I go? Where did I? Ah, there we are. Haha. So far, is it free? Is the Octagon House for free? I'm gonna take. Send me the send me the information on how to get tickets. I may be able to. We might be able to join you up there. Let me back out of here. Where'd you go to? The foundation restoration place. Okay, yeah, just send me the information when you can, Chris, and depending on the night that you're going or the evening that you're going, because we're only like an hour and a half away from it. Because that'd be kind of cool to, I've been on 7 Mile Ford. I've been in there. There's a creepy old mansion on the right of 81 that's over there that I would love to see, but it's like, well, 12. Oh, that's next Saturday. Hell yeah. And so far, it's just you by yourself up there? So you're the only one that's going to be there that night. Haunted Nights Events. Let me, let's see here. Haunted. Let's see. Haunted Nights Events. Ah, okay, I found it. Now, um, let's see here. I do not see that poster, Chris. Keep safe there out there, Stranger Times. Be safe. Much love and respect. Hope you have the wonderful rest of your evening. Because I know it's evening time there now. Chris, I cannot find that post of theirs. When was that out? Let's see here. Okay, looks like you posted that out on the 15th. Hang on, let me look. Found it. Let's see here. How do you... Tickets available soon. Oh, crap. Okay, this was in April. There's no comments on it. Yeah, the big old blue pond. The big old pond. Let's see here. I do not. This is September's. Okay. Okay, here we go. What is Priam? Grab your tickets now. I don't know where to get the tickets at. So let's see here. Let me go back. Haunted Nights. Yes. Oh, well, what is going on there, Priam? I hope you have had a wonderful day so far. It's almost 12 o'clock here in my time. Well, mine and Chris's and the rest of them, if that's overseas, is about 5 to 6 p.m. Then come on over here, Ruth. You can be, you can always move to America. I mean, right now it's nothing but you can ask Chris, it's nothing but a shit show, but there's still great American people here, like me, Chris, my family, his family. Okay, yeah, I think I found that on when I googled haunted nights. Let me. I had to put some more lotion on my hands today. My hands are dry. This weather is not. This 80, 90 degree weather don't help my skin. Now, Chris, you ought to know your history by now. We were never loyal to England. Oh, Lord have mercy. Starting at 65. Okay. Daggone. From 6 to 2 a.m. Now, that's one thing I like. Ah. Depends on who the government leaders are. Um, we had one heck of a. I'm not going to go into it. Chris, you know where I'm going with that one. Last time we talked about that, we had trolls. But everywhere else, um, it could be basically it could be worse anywhere you want to go. You just gotta live your life and do what you think is right for yourself, not right for them. Hmm. So, daggone. Wonder how many people signed up for this shit. Because I'm looking at it right now. Oh, that would be awesome. Chris, if we come, think about this. Oh, wrong way hair, wrong way furball. My fur goes everywhere. That'd be kind of cool. Ma'am, you know my ma'am is British. Good day, mate. Holy crap, it's going to be. It wouldn't be too bad if I could afford that. Hey, Chris, you want to fork over some money? uh, Dang on. For two people, I'll tell you this much. For two people, it's $141. There's $11 worth of fees. I know it's things are getting ridiculous. I mean, that's. I guess I'm gonna have to. Ah, Ruth, you're good with helping people out. Um, I'm gonna post on Twitter or PayPal and see if people will donate to that. I mean, I could fork over some, but not the whole 141 because I don't get paid till the week after. Let's see. I'm gonna go to Twitter, Twitter. Which one is this? Oh, I got too many dang on usernames and passwords. Way too many usernames and passwords. That was the wrong password. That's the wrong password? That was the right password. All right. Crumpet. Did you want to be my crumpet? um, yeah, that's when we drove. We had Dad Josh appointed outside of Knoxville. We drove by Brushy Mountain, and they wanted $1,500 for 6 people, and it was the same times as it was the same times as the Octagon House from 6 to 2 a.m., which is ridiculous. But I'm gonna go to. I need to go to the account. Your channel. Go to. Oh, let's see here. Donations. Open link in another box. PayPal. Copy. Now go to Twitter. It'll just be a second, y'all. Y'all talk up all you want. Um, I can't spell. You know, it's sad. I just graduated from college and I still can't spell. um, all right. And paste that out. And we're going to tweet that out. There you go. Now, go back to Stringer. Haha. Okay. See, I just tweeted that out to the donations if people want to, take the time to. Join. I'm gonna follow you back. I don't know who you are. What I really love is more than British accents is Australian. They're just like something about Australian accent is just so amazingly, you know, great. Daggone. It's 71 dollars if I did it by myself. Chris, I was looking on their website about that ticket prices. We might be able to go live if up there if we have a good enough signal, or they won't have to know it. They won't have to know the difference. Hang on one second, y'all. Okay. I was getting the day planned out. So, what I miss? uh, wait. I'm gonna leave that up there on that end. Everyone asks me if I mean, as you can tell, I'm different from Southern. Like, I don't really sound Southern. Hmm. But you know what? It's all good. It could be a whole lot worse, I guess. I can pull off a lot of things, like Jamaican. I can pull off Jamaican. Come on, man. Ah, oh man, your man. Ha ha. Yeah, I was trying to get the day squared away. What we're gonna plan out to do. Uh, Hang on, this is over an hour and a half already. It don't seem like that. It does not seem like that at all. No, I don't. We got this, so we can get this thing. I have an idea. I know this sounds weird, but let's try to get. I know it's only got 4 likes. Only 4 makes me cry. Um, let's get some views on this. I mean, we're just sitting here chatting about everything. You know, Chris, I've heard your accent. It's pretty close to mine. The North Carolina, Tennessean. uh, oh, well, in a little bit, I'm gonna have to get running to get cleaned up and get some things done before we head out. Chris, I'll keep a watch on that information for that house. Um, or for that investigation, not. Um, but yeah, just we're all here to do what we can. Don't forget where we basically came from, and so we will see you all later. Like I said, we might do a live stream tonight, depending on what we have planned for the rest of the day. But other than that, we'll see you all later and hope you all have a wonderful rest of your evening. I know Chris, you're now just turned over into afternoon. Ruth, I hope you have a wonderful rest of your evening going into the night. Um, wherever anybody be, remember today could be a great day for you if you truly, if you truly want it to be. With that said, we'll see you all later, and don't forget to hit that like button, subscribe to the channel if you have not, and show your love and support to everyone that we are affiliated with. And, just be you, stay safe, be you, stay awesome, and hopefully we all get together soon. Peace, love, and respect, y'all.